Olivia was in her room, surrounded by her favorite dolls and books, when she heard the soft footsteps of her grandmother approaching. She turned around with a big smile, because nothing made her happier than spending time with her. "Olivia, do you want me to tell you a secret?" her grandmother said as she sat on the bed and gently stroked her hair. "Yes," Olivia replied excitedly, hugging her favorite stuffed animal. Her grandmother smiled tenderly and whispered, "If you want to, you can choose what you want to dream about." Olivia's eyes widened. "How can I do that, Grandma?" Olivia asked. Her grandmother took her small hands in hers and explained, "Before you go to sleep, close your eyes and think of something that makes you happy. It could be a special place, an incredible adventure, or someone you love very much. The more you imagine it, the easier it will be for your dream to take you there." Olivia remained silent, thinking about all the wonderful things she could dream of. "I want to dream that I'm flying among the stars," she whispered with a dreamy smile. Her grandmother smiled, and in a voice as soft as a lullaby, she said, "Snuggle up tight in your bed, my little one. Feel how the sheets wrap around you like a warm hug. Make sure your whole body is comfortable. Let your feet rest softly. Let your legs relax as if they were feathers floating in the air." Olivia closed her eyes and hugged her stuffed animal tightly. "Now relax your shoulders and let your arms rest at your sides, light as little leaves in the wind. Feel how your head settles gently on the pillow, like a fluffy cloud in the sky." Her grandmother gently stroked her forehead. "Listen to your breathing, Olivia. Take a deep breath. Feel the cool air filling your chest, like a soft breeze on a spring morning. And now, exhale slowly, letting all the air out like a wave returning to the sea." Olivia sighed, feeling her body relax more and more. With every breath, her grandmother continued, "You sink a little deeper into your mattress, as if you're floating on a magical cloud, taking you on a journey through the sky. Feel how your whole body becomes lighter, lighter, until only your imagination remains, ready to travel wherever you want." Olivia smiled. Her adventure was about to begin. Olivia saw a giant bubble appear in front of her. It was big and shiny, as if it were made of water and light. It floated gently in the air, waiting for her to step inside. Hugging her stuffed animal tightly, Olivia took a step into the bubble. Instantly, she felt it was incredibly comfortable, like being wrapped in a warm blanket. It wasn't cold or hot, just the perfect temperature, like a pleasant day at the park. The air inside smelled sweet, like when her grandmother baked cookies. It was a soft, comforting scent that made her feel happy. The floor inside the bubble was soft, like a fluffy pillow. Olivia could move around without making a sound because everything was gentle and quiet. When she touched the walls, she felt they were smooth and warm, like dipping her hand into the warm water of the bathtub. Everything was calm. There was a soft sound, like the wind playing among the trees. Olivia gently let herself fall into the center of the bubble, hugging her stuffed animal with a smile. "I'm ready," she whispered, feeling the bubble start to rise softly, carrying her toward her dreamed adventure. The bubble began to lift gently, floating slowly until it drifted out of the window of Olivia's room. She, holding her stuffed animal tightly, watched in amazement as her world grew smaller beneath her feet. It was a warm and peaceful night. The air smelled of jasmine and the fresh earth of the gardens. From above, she could see her street, with its lampposts casting circles of light on the sidewalk. The houses slept silently, though some windows still glowed with flashes of television and the distant sound of laughter. Further ahead, the small park where she played every afternoon appeared between the buildings. Its empty swings swayed gently with the night breeze, and the silver slide gleamed under the moonlight. The shops along the main avenue were closed, but their window displays remained lit, showing toys, books, and pastries from a bakery that always smelled delicious. Olivia smiled. Her neighborhood was a magical place when seen from above, like a painting full of colors and secrets. The bubble kept floating, carrying her farther and farther into the unknown. Olivia continued to rise, leaving the sleeping city behind. She watched as rooftops and streets grew smaller and smaller until suddenly everything was wrapped in a soft blanket of clouds. The bubble passed through them delicately, as if it were swimming in cotton. When it emerged on the other side, the sky was infinite and dark, speckled with thousands of twinkling stars. Olivia's eyes widened. It was beautiful. Inside her bubble, she felt weightless, as if space itself were embracing her with its vastness. Then, something caught her attention. A tiny star, small and bright, was watching her with curiosity. Olivia reached out her hand, and to her surprise, the star floated gently toward her. Carefully, she caught it between her fingers. It weighed nothing, as light as a snowflake. To the touch, the star was warm and soft, with a smooth surface that vibrated slightly, as if it had a life of its own. Its light wasn't blinding, but twinkled with a comforting glow, like a firefly in the night. "You're beautiful," Olivia whispered, amazed, feeling the gentle tickle of its light against the palm of her hand. The tiny star flickered, as if it were responding to her. Olivia held the star in her hand, feeling how its warm light tickled her skin. It was as if the star were breathing, emitting a soft glow that grew brighter every time she looked at it. "Can you understand me?" Olivia whispered. The star vibrated slightly and blinked twice, as if nodding. Olivia laughed, thrilled. Slowly, the tiny star began to move. sliding between her fingers like a golden fish in water. Its light changed tones with every movement, sometimes a warm yellow, other times a soft blue, like the sky at dawn. Olivia let it float freely in the air, and the star twirled around her, leaving tiny sparkles inside the bubble. Then, playfully, it fluttered through her hair, leaving a trail of light on each strand. "You're tickling me," she said, laughing as she hugged her stuffed animal while the star danced around her. Then, the star gently approached her chest and stayed there, pulsing softly against her heart. Olivia closed her eyes for a moment and felt a special warmth within her, as if the star's light was now glowing inside her own body. "I think you're my friend," she said softly. The star blinked 3 times, as if it were smiling. Olivia then realized that the star wasn't just a tiny piece of light in the sky. It was something more, and together they could discover where this magical night would take them. Olivia let herself be carried away by the warm and peaceful feeling the star gave her. Its light bathed everything in a soft glow, like the light of a candle on a cozy night. As they floated together through space, the bubble drifted slowly, as if sailing on a sea of stars. The little star remained close to her chest, pulsing with a calm and steady rhythm. Olivia noticed that her own breathing began to mimic that rhythm. She inhaled slowly. The air inside the bubble was fresh and sweet, like opening a window in the morning. She exhaled gently, feeling her body grow lighter, as if she were floating on a fluffy cloud. Her shoulders relaxed. Her head rested softly against the inside of the bubble. She felt her arms and legs fill with a deep sense of calm, as if every part of her body was slowly shedding its tiredness. The star seemed to notice and began to move in slow circles around her, leaving a trail of sparkling dust that fell onto her skin like a warm embrace. "You're ready to rest now," the star seemed to say, with its twinkling light. Olivia smiled, feeling an infinite peace. She closed her eyes for a moment and noticed how the bubble floated even more gently, rocking her like a cradle in the middle of the sky. Each breath made her feel safer, calmer, sleepier. The star settled once more on her chest, and its light began to shine with a soft, steady glow, like the heartbeat of something whispering, "Sleep, rest, dream." And so, wrapped in light and tranquility, Olivia let herself drift away, slowly surrendering to the softness of sleep, floating among stars that cradled her through the night. The star twinkled softly and began to rise slowly. Olivia felt its light wrapping her in a warm, golden glow. She knew then that it was time to go home. The bubble began to descend gently, floating through space like a feather carried by the breeze. Olivia let her body relax even more, enjoying the slow, peaceful motion. As they descended, the stars around her seemed to bid her farewell, blinking like little lanterns in the night. The great silver moon appeared on the horizon, casting its serene light over the bubble. Olivia sighed with a smile, feeling every part of her body grow lighter, looser, calmer. The bubble passed through the veil of clouds with absolute softness, as if gliding through cotton. Olivia felt a slight coolness on her skin, like the touch of fresh sheets on a summer night. Her breathing remained slow and deep, like the waves gently rolling onto the shore. Soon, the silhouette of her neighborhood appeared beneath her. The warm glow of the streetlights traced golden paths along the streets, and the houses slept peacefully, nestled under the blanket of the night. The bubble descended even lower, floating above her street with the lightness of a snowflake. Olivia saw her open window waiting for her, its curtains swaying gently with the night breeze. Inside, her bed awaited her with its soft blankets and fluffy pillow. As the bubble drifted into her room, the star pulsed with a sweet, comforting glow. Olivia understood that it was time to say goodbye. "Thank you for this adventure," she whispered, her voice filled with calm and gratitude. The star twinkled in response and rested on her chest one last time, sending her a final warm glow. Then, gently, it rose back into the sky, leaving behind a trail of light that disappeared into the clouds. Olivia felt her entire body sink into her bed as the bubble slowly faded away. She was home again, in her safe haven. She nestled into her sheets, hugging her stuffed animal, feeling the warmth of her own breath against her chest. She closed her eyes, letting the rhythm of her heart guide her into a deep rest. Her legs were relaxed, her arms felt just heavy enough to be comfortable, and her head rested on the pillow, as if floating on a cloud. The last image she saw before falling asleep was the light of her star friend, twinkling up above, watching over her dreams. And with one final sigh of happiness, Olivia drifted into a deep, serene, and peaceful sleep.